Hey everybody, Dre here. What's happening? What's happening? Hope you're having a good one out there. We are live on YouTube. Hope you're having a good one. Sitting down, ready to watch the Spanish Grand Prix.
What are your thoughts on the racing today? Who's your prediction? I never predict, I just hope for a good race. Thanks very much.
Jay Scary, still with impeccable moustache here on the live stream. Just a couple of settings up.
We'd like to be pushing up towards, 7th, 6th place if we can.
So just setting a couple of things up. Hi Stefan, hi guys, hi AV. Oh, Johnson's here, good lord. Sash, you said you wanted to join, didn't you, Sash? If you did, I'll DM you the link. One minute. Should we make there already is a Motorsport 101 Discord server, funnily enough. It's funny you mentioned that, but I wouldn't mind making a proper official one at some point. I'm not against that idea, even though I don't even like Discord all that much, but I wouldn't actually mind using it. But hi JCR, hi Andrew Bannister, nice to see you guys.
His final preparations on work from Dr. Marco. Very clearly the third best car right now, the Red Bull. Today, you think?
The thing is, I'm not really all that keen on inviting people I don't really know all that well, Vortex. Like, if I know you well enough on the interwebs, then maybe get to know me. That kind of helps. We have to play. They're playing the preview video on Sky, so we've got 5 minutes to go. Ryan 83 is here. Nice. How you doing, mate?
Dorian.
Here we go then. Welcome along to the start of the European season and the race. By which time
Vic is here. Hi, Vic. Nice to see you. See, I was planning on getting Ryan King in here. He promised he would join, and I think he had half a chance of bringing a very special guest with him. But it looks like he's probably slept through it. Not that I blame him. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. I mean, what have you really got to be excited about? But I'll do my best to provide alternative commentary throughout the next hour and a half, at least. I mean, what's the worst that could possibly happen, right? Yeah, Sasha, if you're still watching, check your DMs, mate, if you want to join. God, like I might actually consider watching this race on mute because David Croft annoys me that much. But we found out today via Fizzy Fan 91 that he's actually a big Ramenstein fan, so I actually kind of like him again. It's amazing how these things turn out. Also, I'm surprised there's as many of 18 of you guys watching this. Like, normally when we do these, the live numbers are quite low because you guys are obviously watching the Grand Prix, but you really want to hear me commentate this that bad? Yeah, like I said, Sash, check your DMs. I put a link for you to join the hangout in there. Just tip that back. I think he's joined us now, actually. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Am I audible?
You are audible. Hello, Sasha. Nice to see
Excellent.
you.
I have paused revision for my structural mechanics module on Tuesday.
You fucking nerd.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm very, very stressed out and about my exams. So this F1 is only going to be great for that. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah. Let the record show that Sasha is a fellow Sebastian Vettel fan, so we're in this masochism together, basically, at this point.
One thing I will say, this is just regarding, I didn't watch qualifying because I was at the City game, but I kept track of it.
Yeah.
Mercedes have a huge update, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And Vettel, minus a mistake, would have been ahead of Lewis by about half a second.
Probably.
That says a lot about how good this Ferrari is.
Karim Champok was teasing the fact that he reckoned Ferrari have been sandbagging the entire weekend, apart from qualifying, obviously. But even during their longer runs, they were putting in a couple of really fast times in there, but mostly going quite slow. So there's still a possibility Ferrari have been holding something back. Because it's Ferrari, and it used to be the team that would always go all out.
But the thing that's weirding me out is the Mercedes looks so much more advanced, if that makes sense. It looks a much more extreme design, and everything looks more intricate, but it's not as fast. The Ferrari looks simpler by comparison in terms of development so far, but it works.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird, but it's somehow effective.
Mm-hmm. I know Ferrari haven't got no updates. I think it's less aero updates. It's more internal that they've done for Spain.
The problem is that Vettel's already on power unit number 3, which is kind of a problem.
I know, yeah, but the second one, it's not KO'd. I think they can reuse the second one. They just have to fix that water leak, whatever it was.
Okay, fair enough.
It's not written off for the season.
Although, Sasha, I don't know what we're doing, but watching an hour and a half race that could be decided in the first 500 yards.
Well, I think Vettel wins this if he doesn't retire and if he's into turn 1 at least second.
Yeah, if he can run close. Oh, by the way, that Carlos Sainz helmet is gorgeous. Yeah, if Vettel can run close like in Australia, we could be on for something. We could be on for a good race here. But,
as long as Bottas doesn't get past him, I think we're safe.
Yeah, I think we're in with a shout, definitely. God, it's just annoying that we're in an state of F1 where obviously they can't really pass around here. So like races can be decided literally by who gets the best start in the turn 1. It's like just 2016 all over again.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are the tires the mandatory tires, is it soft and medium?
Yeah, soft and medium.
Does a hard tire exist this year? Is there a hard tire?
There is a hard tire, but no one uses
ever going to get used.
No one uses the third compound because it's completely uncompetitive.
Yeah.
Okay. 22 you guys watching, by the way. So thanks everybody who's joined us for this. I'm Andre Harrison. We have Sasha Wagon Blast on co-commentary. Even more dirty, yeah. This too. That's Johnson. Those guys that don't know, if you guys don't know, Armbar Arcade is Mr. Adam Johnson, former Motorsport 101 co-host himself. He's here with us in the chat. God help us all.
This year is so terrifying for my nerves. Like when Ferrari were obviously second team, it was like we'll take whatever we can get as a Vettel fan.
Exactly. Now it's like second is kind of expected now because Vettel's not finished a race lower than second so far this season. It's getting to a point now where it's like we have to actually criticize Seb for making that qualifying mistake. Like we have something here. It's actually really annoying.
Yeah. So if anything happens, you get really stressed out.
Exactly. Okay, we're coming around the hairpin as we speak. I'm watching off Sky TV, so I'm literally watching this live with you guys in real time. There's no delays on my end. Hope you guys enjoy this race. Hope you guys enjoy the alternative commentary with me and Stash. And who knows who else might end up joining. Maybe if King actually wakes up in time, he may actually join us. Who knows? But you have to wait and see what happens. There's Mauricio Arabelli there looking quite edgy, as he always does. impeccable facial hair. I love those retro number 5s. I love the retro numbers on the Ferrari, by the way. That is a beautiful thing. Okay, Sasha, who do you think wins?
I think I'll tell you after turn 1.
Oh, come on now.
I'll tell you after turn 1 who's winning.
Yeah, we're going to bet in play on the Formula 1 race, sure. I think Hamilton's bad starts were exaggerated last year. I suspect it will be Hamilton to win this. I hope I'm proved wrong, because no one really wants Hamilton to win except the Hamilton fan base itself.
Is there an actual dirty grid slot effect in Spain, or is it? I think it's usually not that bad.
Yeah. Adam, if you want to join, feel free. Like, seriously. Like, who cares if we'll keep posted on the race. Just fucking join. Back of the field coming up into place now. Last car waiting to come in, which I believe is Stoffel Van Dorn, who started from the back after taking a grid penalty. Red lights are up. 3, 4, 5. We are going Spain, and a good start from Sebastian Vettel, who's side by side with Lewis Hamilton, coming towards turn 1. I think Vettel's going to take the lead. He will take the lead. He blocks out Valtteri Bottas, and Bottas might go into second place here. No, but Vettel leads into turn 1. There's contact between Raikkonen and Max Verstappen. Vettel leads through turn 1 with Hamilton. Alonso goes through the gravel on turn 2. That's ruined what was a fantastic qualifying from Fernando. But it's Vettel that leads from Hamilton, Bottas, it's Ricciardo, and now Sergio Perez is in 5th. Massa goes around the outside of Ocon, but looks like he might have smoke coming out of his engine. Yeah, Hulkenberg 8th, so, Magnussen 9th.
Was that Alonso? Oh, no.
Massa's got a damaged floor by the looks of it. No. Massa's got a damaged floor.
There it goes. I predicted Massa 7th, so there's that gone.
Yeah, Raikkonen's out. That's a busted front left tyre. Raikkonen is out.
That's big for the constructors. That is actually very big.
That's massive for the constructors. Raikkonen's actually not entirely shat the bed so far this season. So,
yeah, Raikkonen's gone.
Yeah, Raikkonen definitely is out, most likely, and it looks like Verstappen will be out of the race as well. Once again, another Raikkonen-Verstappen incident.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Help yourself.
Is that your dad there, Sash?
Yes, he had to watch the start, so.
Yeah. Yellow flags in
Oh, no, it was a baby Kimi fan crying.
Oh, no. Vettel's got a 2.2-second lead off the opening lap. Turn 1 incidents are under investigation.
Right. This is just the point I'm going to make. It's of no consequence at all. My favourite update this weekend is on the Force India because their front wing is no longer black. They painted the front wing pink.
Woo!
Honestly, it's irrelevant, but it's a pet peeve of mine. I hate when they paint the front wings black when the body is coloured.
Yeah. But Vettel leads from Hamilton, Bottas, Ricciardo. Then it's Perez and Ocon, the two Force Indias, running 5 and 6. Then it's Hulkenberg in P7, who's up 6 places from where he started. Verstappen is taking the old turn 12 road as he heads back into the pits by the looks of it.
Is Vettel pulling away?
And yeah, Raikkonen is out. He's parked it off the racing line through turn 10. Yellow flags in sectors 2 and 3. Well, this is going well.
I'm not even going to complain.
No, this is good. This is perfect. Well, this is good. I'm more than willing for this to be a very boring race now. Just saying, have nothing happen.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
This is good. This is good. I'm totally okay with this. Johnson, check your DMs on Twitter. Your actual Twitter account, not your on-bar arcade one.
I did say I was in call with the Kraken during Australia, and I said Ferrari are going to regret having Raikkonen this whole season.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But that looks more like Raikkonen's fault to me. I haven't seen the replay of the start yet, but it looked like Raikkonen nudged Verstappen off the road.
I mean, I think he was sandwiched between the Bottas and Verstappen, so it wasn't entirely his fault. But yeah.
True. You can't really go 3 wide into turn 1. That's never going to work.
No.
But Vettel sets the fastest lap of the race on lap 2, gap up to 2.7 seconds between him and Hamilton. Valtteri Bottas another 2.4 back in third. He's actually, he's not dropping Daniel Ricciardo there in fourth place. He's only 1.3 behind.
Well, I mean, would Verstappen gone, at least Ricciardo's out there with the Spec B Red Bull. This is where we find out how good that thing is, because that is a huge update which they brought. If I'm right, they were Red Bull. They were about 1.5 seconds off the two front running teams in Russia, right? In quali,
about a second. Verstappen was a second off the win.
And
that's going to be mean. Raikkonen with his arm up against the barrier. That is going to be memed. Oh no! They've gone back to the crying. They've gone back to the crying friggin' Raikkonen fan.
Poor thing. I hope he's getting royalties.
Johnson. Oh, Johnson's with us. He's with us. He's using the hangout now. Adam Johnson, most of the one-on-one co-host, is in the house. Was that Carlos Sainz? Carlos Sainz going side by side with Magnussen through turn 3. Magnussen holding on there in 8th place. He's in a Haas sandwich. Both Haas's in the points right now. For the first time this season, if that holds up, Magnussen 8th, Grosjean 10th. Carlos Sainz all over the back of Magnussen, not being quite able to make it work.
Haas also have a huge update here.
Johnson, fix your microphone.
Can't hear you yet. But if you've seen the Haas floor, if you've seen it, it's a really, really nice bit of design.
The Americans know what they're doing all of a sudden.
Well, Dallara, who they pay, know what they're doing.
Well, yeah, I mean,
do Haas do anything apart from actually run the car? Because I don't think they do.
No,
they employ everyone and they pay everyone, and then they just let them do their work.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it works. So
gap still pretty stable at the front. 2.6 between Vettel and Hamilton right now. Through turn 1. No further action for Raikkonen and the Verstappen incident. They were both crippled enough in that accident as it is. No real need to punish them any further.
Yo!
Raikkonen's out. Yeah. Hamilton's just watched Verstappen race, 25.8. Johnson, is that you?
Adam. Hello. Am I coming through you?
Just about. Your microphone is picking up a ridiculous amount of feedback. You sound like you're doing grunge.
Doing grunge? Oh my god, it's echoing.
I'm trying to think of a metaphor to describe the sound, but I can't. Nothing comes to mind.
Hang on.
No,
That's better.
that's a bit better.
Well, when I wasn't talking.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you go.
improved. It's improved.
That's better. Here's the replay of the start. Verstappen tries to take the long way around.
Because it's coming through my
Massa's
speakers.
start was actually great.
Yeah.
Is this any better?
Yeah, it's definitely better.
Bring it. Okay.
Yeah, look at the replay of the start again. Like, Raikkonen gets a pretty good second phase of his launch. He's got nowhere to go. Verstappen tries to take the long way around. It's 3 wide into turn 1. Bottas gives Raikkonen as much room as he can, and Raikkonen's just in the middle of a sandwich. There's nothing to do about that.
Oh, okay. Raikkonen's time must have gone, but then he hit the sausage, I'll describe it, and it just completely ruined it.
Everything went horribly wrong.
Also, it looks like Alonso and Massa hit each other as well at some point, and that's also under investigation. But yeah, Bottas clips the rear wheel of Raikkonen. Raikkonen kind of collects Verstappen as a chain reaction there. So nothing really anybody could have done.
I wouldn't blame anyone, but I'd say it's 70%. But I mean, it's a racing incident at the end of the day. It's not.
Yeah, there was nothing really anybody else could have done about that one, really.
It was such a tiny tap as well from Bottas.
Yeah, it was a tiny tap, but it still made Raikkonen lose the front and he's collected.
It's the kind of thing where
just
everything would have been fine, but it's the fact that Verstappen was on the outside that ruined it.
Yeah, it's just here's the Alonso one. Oh, Massa did kind of force Alonso off there.
And now everyone in the hole.
Oh, how long
Yeah,
before there's faster than you memes all over the show?
Race Squad Twitter memes. Everyone's favourite part of the weekend.
I think this is about as underprepared as it's possible to be for a F1 hangout. I'm just about getting the link for the race up now. I'm still in my pajamas from Eurovision party last night.
Oh,
and
God.
yeah, it's bed hair is being disguised right now, but I'm here.
Last time round over the line, Hamilton and Vettel virtually identical, just less than a tenth between them going over the line.
And what's the gap between them? 2 points. Yeah.
Yeah, gap between them still 2.4 seconds. Valtteri Bottas can't keep up with this pace. He's now 5 seconds behind Hamilton.
So now it's a battle of whose tyres go.
Hamilton just straight up said on team radio. Hamilton just said on team radio he's struggling to keep up with Vettel.
So Hamilton's tyres are going to go first, basically.
Yeah, it's looking like Hamilton's got to push harder to keep this pace going. Gap now's up a little bit. It's 2.5 now as he heads towards sector 3 on lap 7 of 66. As said, Bottas is struggling to keep up, but he has cleared himself of Ricciardo. Both team boys, Force India still running in 5th and 6th. Career high finish in 6th place. Hulkenberg doing a great job there in 7th place, keeping up with Force India's to a degree. Ahead of Magnussen, Sainz, and Grosjean rounding off the points. He's only just about a second in front
I'm sorry. How is Palmer already a minute behind the leader?
Because he's going Palmer.
Just Palmer things.
Yeah, Vettel was a tenth faster than Hamilton last time round over the line. But, yeah. How about Pascal Wehrlein running in 12th place right now? Whew.
Yeah, him and Alonso are the best of the shit engines. That's what they're running.
Yeah, Alonso getting all the DRS he wants off Romain Grosjean and not being able to do anything about it because Honda. Oh, we'll say because Honda, because it's Fernando Alonso. We've made it okay for Alonso to criticise his employers at every given opportunity.
Because they basically admitted it by letting him run the 500 as a vanity project.
Yeah. I swear to God, if his engine goes in the 500, I'm crying.
I will laugh my head off. I will die laughing.
If he does a Connor Daly from a few years ago and blows up on the warm-up lap.
Palmer jokes, drink. Says Owen in the chat. So yeah, Magnussen's there. Then we have Carlos Sainz in 9th still. They're all getting DRS off each other, but no one's able to really make a pass, which is funny because they've actually pulled the DRS zone 100 meters further back this year. It's now pretty much right as you exit the final corner is when the second DRS zone kicks in now, or first, depending on how you want to look at it, really.
I've got the race on. I'm finally watching.
Have you got the overhead battle of Magnussen v Sainz on, Johnson?
No, it's just showing a Merc. Given it a stream, it's probably about 12 minutes behind. I'm just about to see the first lap, probably. My boy's in fifth. How did I only drill my boy's fifth?
I still don't know why they put that last chicane in.
The Force India is running 5th and 6th.
Yes,
that last chicane ruins every. It just completely ruins any chance of you being able to pass the guy. Just let them run the old loop.
Which is funny because there's basically nowhere to pass anywhere else on the circuit anyway.
To be fair, Sasha, given the amount of downforce these cars are now carrying, it would be even worse if they did bring back the final corner.
Do you think the dirty air will be that bad during that high speed last turn?
But it's mid to high speed corners where dirty air is the worst, isn't it?
I still think they should be able to take it flat. I don't know. We'll see. I just think that chicane makes it where you can't follow him really close out of it, and it.
Yeah, it does. It kind of brings the pack together and then back out again. So yeah.
Yeah, Vettel is. I don't think Vettel's even. I don't even think he's pushing. I think he's just maintaining the gap.
Well, he can because he's got the force field behind him. You think about it. We saw last year Raikkonen basically followed Verstappen for 20 laps at the end and was like, No, I'm not going to pass him. He just can't. Oh, Hulkenberg's there 7th as well. My former boy. He's on boy probation now.
We'll see how it goes with Hulkenberg because the Renault isn't nice on its tyres during the race.
It's more the fact that he got very overly masculine and threatened about a pink car and then said he wanted to have dinner with Donald Trump. I'm like, yeah, no, you're gone.
Yeah.
Not out of Team Boys. Basically, since going to Renault, he's turned heel.
I like the pink. I'm a fan of the pink.
I love the pink. It's brilliant. Like I'm the one that I'm with Dre on this one. There's far too much grey brown. Like the modern F1 grid is like a modern military shooter. It's all grey and brown, or silver, or more grey or white.
I have a Discord update. Ryan King says he overslept.
Hey, who'd have thought I'd be in this chat before Ryan?
Your man's is slow.
So slow, we've actually fired him and brought AJ back.
Hang on, King. If you want the link, I'll give you a link to join in a second. Invite. There we go.
Gap staying neutral first to second.
Still 2.3 or so. Maybe it's Hamilton's put in a little bit. 2.2. He's responded to Vettel's fastest lap.
Honestly, I think the only way he's getting the lead is some sort of undercut on the pit stops.
2.2 seconds. Big undercut, man.
Yeah, I don't see a pass on track happening between the two. Oh, we got Magnussen and Sainz side by side. Briefly.
This is a two-stop race, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
You hope so.
Like it has to be two. Like Spain is the king of tyre decimation.
Exactly.
But yeah, we're in that little tense situation right now.
If you want to undercut him, surely you have to go onto the soft tyres then.
You think? It depends. How long are these soft tyres scheduled to go?
I'd say since they've done quality, I'd guess about 16 laps.
No further action on the Alonso Massa incident. No further action.
I'd be surprised if their two-stopping goes any further than 20 laps on the first stint, basically.
Raikkonen's back in street clothes. He'll probably be off to the hotel for an ice cream with Robin, of course. Insert all the Kimi memes here because it's Kimi.
I hear the paella is lovely in Spain.
Yeah, of course.
Got a message on the team radio channel about Hamilton's strategy for his engineer club. We believe he said target -5. That's quite a lot. So say the target was at 25.
Both team engineers are telling both of their leading men to push like hell. Ladies and gentlemen, we've now got a time trial between the front two.
I.e., that's what Spain is every year.
Pretty much, but yeah. Again, like I said, it's 1/10 here or there. The last 4 laps, they've got it on the screen right now. 3 steps out of the last 2 laps. Fine, but it's a 10th either side. Time they're going round. It's a struggle between the two best.
Well, Sky F1 have it to drop the dramatic slight lock-up shots. And we're 11 laps in, so that's not a good sign.
I mean, the classic Spain Grand Prix is 2012, showing that you can't pass even if you're faster with Hamilton stuck behind Maldonado.
Breaking news, turn 1 incident between Raikkonen, Verstappen and Bottas under investigation.
I thought that was already under investigation.
They said no further action between Raikkonen and Verstappen. So that might be for Bottas.
Right. Well, I've just worked out how far I am behind. You know, you just said Kimi's in street clothes. I'm about there.
You're about 2 minutes down, Johnson.
I think it'll be it'll be harsh to give Bottas a. I mean, if it's maybe a 3 or 5 second if they're going to go with the penalty.
Mm-hmm. It would be a very harsh penalty.
Yeah.
But I can see why they'd give it. Hamilton's got the gap down to 2 seconds now.
Haven't we heard that dirty air starts to take effect from about 1.5 to 2 seconds back?
Yep.
I mean, that is fucking ridiculous levels of like dirty air that they're still being felt. Like, you know, maybe from like half a second back, perhaps.
The way this is going, this could come down to the pit crews. Fernando Alonso's in the pits.
So a lap round here is about in the race is about a 125, right?
Yeah.
Plus that's 123.8 so far. Right, King is here.
Yes, the King.
King, you were so late to the party, they got me back.
Like, you were literally a year and a half late, my friend. Congratulations.
So what did I miss? Because I literally just woke up.
Well, Sebastian Vettel leads by about 2 seconds over Lewis Hamilton. Everybody else.
Let's be honest, because Hamilton's not leading and Verstappen's out.
Oh, Verstappen
Yeah,
is
that was-
out? Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Bottas and Raikkonen had a collision at turn 1. Bottas kind of dinged Raikkonen's car a little bit. Raikkonen lost the back. He collected Verstappen as a result. Raikkonen's out. Verstappen is out. And Bottas is now third. So they had to push Raikkonen up to fourth. And Perez was gone.
He's working hard behind the wheel. He didn't necessarily
I haven't really missed much.
And Vettel 10.8 seconds clear of Bottas now. Bottas.
But it looks like Hamilton is a slightly faster man.
That's bad news for Red Bull.
It stops between Magnussen and
Bottas
Carlos.
is not on proper Mercedes pace.
I'm sure I'll see those in about 12 years.
Oh, Carlos Sainz just comes out behind Magnussen in the pit lane. It's going to be a drag race to turn 1. Coming out of pit lane. Oh, and Carlos Sainz is on the grass. He has to give that one up.
was a white stripe, not a yellow stripe there for a minute. That makes sense. Soft medium.
I'm sure I'll see all this excitement in about 10 minutes.
We needed that. The gap now between the front two, under 2 seconds. It's 1.9 between Vettel and Hamilton right now.
Soft compound tyres.
Vettel's in the pits. Vettel's pitted. 1 minute. Vettel stops.
By the time the House of Roman Grosjean
Pitting for another set of soft tyres. This will be a 2-stop race.
Window. Just keep doing what you're doing. Need that gap. The small spots what you do.
So does that mean it's 1 or 2 or 3?
Probably 2.
2, okay.
Yeah, because Vettel went 15 laps on his set of tyres.
Lewis Hamilton thinks he's coming in.
Honestly, I thought Vettel would go longer than that.
Well, that was kind of
Me too. He's going to come out behind Daniel Ricciardo.
something that we heard it, and maybe he thought
That's not like
doing a pit stop. But
you probably should have gone longer to clear around.
gaining 3/10 on his rival.
Not the
He's going to be large for our equal Mercedes. And you're right, they've got a gap behind Ricciardo to just drop straight back into it. It's playing nicely.
So Hamilton's got to push.
Holy shit, I'm only just seeing the Science Magnussen thing in the pits now.
Yeah,
I'm lagged.
yeah, they're already showing it on TV jobs. There's a lot, really.
It's almost to the point where it would be better if I just followed your commentary.
Yeah, pretty much. They've noted the Magnussen Sainz pit exit incident. Whether they investigate it, we'll have to wait and see. It's like the stewards this year are now noting whenever an incident's been followed, and then they still whether they'll investigate it or not.
I know that Magnussen was ahead, but he did drive signs off. He completely drove them off.
Yeah.
I've just switched over to the 5 Live radio because fuck it, that's at least on time.
Vettel now overtaking Ricciardo for third. Who said these cars can't run close? That passes Ricciardo just a lap after on new tyres. As Hamilton sets the lap of the race.
There's going to be no the investigation's finished with the Bottas, Raikkonen, Verstappen incident.
Yep. Felipe Massa should get out of the way. He's a lap down. That's the next car Vettel's got to deal with. But then again, it's Felipe Massa.
Oh God, I just remember Sochi. That was, yeah.
To hell with Felipe Massa. That's what I say. Hulkenberg in the pits from 10th.
Hulkenberg was 10th.
He was 7th, but he probably dropped it because they were all in the queue. Okay. But whatever.
Yeah, got you.
Kvyat getting out of the way for Sainz. It looks like Vettel has already responded. He's just set the fastest first sector of the race.
Time trials.
Dun 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 dun.
I don't know, man. I've got a bad feeling Hamilton's going to come out ahead here, you know.
How's his pace, Hamilton's?
I don't know. There's 21.6 between them. Apparently, the pit stop here is about 22. It's going to be very close by the looks of it. Hamilton's got traffic. I think he's got to deal with Fernando Alonso as Vettel sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 24.9 from Sebastian Vettel on lap 16.
So there goes the overcut.
That's a stonker of a lap from Sebastian. Holy shit. Oh, and Inter have lost to Sassolo on the road. God damn it. You're in the pits, I believe that. What is a pink helmet? I could be either of them. Esteban Ocon in the pits from 7th place.
Which was the Grand Prix which Vettel won in Spain for Red Bull?
2011.
Was that the one where he came out in huge traffic and overtook about 10 people in 2 laps?
Yes.
That's probably those are probably my favorite ever Vettel laps. Those ones.
Okay, so that is a discussion between Kevin Magnussen and his race.
Magnussen's pretty heated at times by the sound of it.
The gap's down to 20.4 between them. The overcut is not looking like it's going to work right now unless Hamilton's going to really ride this out. Look at this, Alonso trying to go around the outside of Daniel Kvyat, and Kvyat will not let him have it through turn 3. Fernando Alonso is just giving no fucks at this point in his career. Runs onto the grass through turn 4 a little bit. No big deal. Fernando Alonso does not give a fuck anymore. It's fantastic.
I mean, that was summed up perfectly this weekend with Alonso retiring from FP1, and then on his Instagram 20 minutes later, he's saying something like exercising, and he has a tennis racket in his hand. He does not care.
Okay,
neither would I.
According to James Allen on Twitter, it looks like Merck made it look like they were pitting on a 3-stop strategy, and Ferrari have bought it. Ferrari can do 3 stops, but would have to pass Hamilton on the final stint of the Grand Prix.
I think Ferrari can still 2-stop from here.
Hamilton, you're right. They are going to offset it.
Can the entire go 26 laps?
Vettel, if he pitted on lap 16, then Vettel's going to have to go to about lap
1.9
He wants to put the soft tire on again, go a little bit deeper, so that at the end of the race, when in effect, really, if you put the medium tire on,
it's almost like Ferrari's
the car is a bit lighter, it would be actually a little bit less.
By my modest estimates, I'd say Vettel has to make it to around lap 35 if he wants to 2-stop.
So he'd then be on the pressure tires. Exactly. So it's the Mercedes pitbull is learning from the Ferrari. Who was
a big lock up from Hamilton. That's actually Valtteri Bottas' start as well. Bottas is having a big lock up. See, we're getting what's called FIM showing lock ups on relay.
All that out of breath in the era of team radio. Yeah.
Who's playing this stream really loud on TV?
At which point on the lap he was trying to speak to his team. That was on the straight. We're just looking at Hamilton now coming into turn 10, and he locks up the inside left. So those soft tyres now on lap 19 are getting towards the end of their life. And remember too, they got the 3 laps in qualifying yesterday as well.
Hamilton to calm it. Stay calm. We'll get opportunities later.
He was in 5th position behind the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo. We're on lap 19 of 66. Vettel is, well, that last lap, 2 seconds quicker than Lewis Hamilton. I'm
a little bit nervous right now watching this.
If Vettel does 3-stop, he has to make up a deficit of over 20 seconds to pay for that, right?
He knows.
It's about 22
Mercedes are trying to create opportunities later in the race. But one thing for them is that Valtteri Bottas is in 3rd place, so they have got that buffer. There's no one directly behind them.
I'm surprised that they're not keeping
his name is James, and he is new to the team-ish, but he's not new at this game, and he knows how to run, he knows how to read. So James Allison is sat there. The two of them have had a little conflict. They're trying to work out what best to do to give Lewis Hamilton the best chance of recovering and trying to win this people when it comes to mathematics because
or another Mike Live on Friday.
Hey.
Hey. But look at this. Like Pascal Verline's going to have a nosebleed. He's in 5th place now because he hasn't stopped yet. Sauber in the top 5.
I can't help thinking that if I were on the Mercedes,
I do think this is the worst grid we've had in a few years.
keep the pressure on them and just be there in case in the second.
You know what's crazy, you guys? The Sauber on new tyres is keeping up with Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Who on new tyres?
Sauber.
God damn, that
Marcus
one-year-old
Ericsson.
horse in the back is magnificent.
Stoffel Van Dorn around the outside of Julian Palmer into turn 1. Lovely pass from Stoffel Van Dorn in the battle for 16th place. Oh dear. I think Stoffel was saying as he passed him, that's for the GP2 title of 2014.
Did a Honda just overtake a Works team?
Yes.
That's a bit embarrassing.
Did I hear that?
How bad is
Yes.
Palmer?
Julian Palmer got done, son. Sick fam. Oh, Bottas is like, oh, Vettel's only about 5 or 6 seconds behind Bottas now.
What? How bad is Bottas this weekend? Seriously.
Yes. He's bad.
It's just not
Not
been
like
a
Chris Cook is crying.
good. Merck's in the pit lane preparing themselves. Merck's in the pit lane getting ready for a set of medium tyres for Lewis Hamilton.
No
Hamilton's
way
in.
is he one stopping.
Is he like, are Merck's playing a one-stopper here?
No, surely.
They can't go 44 laps on that, surely. That's suicide.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. But again, if they're going with the you literally can't overtake for shit round Spain thing, then they're like, well, we're just going to camp.
But did you see how quickly Vettel got past Daniel Ricciardo?
Yeah, because the
DRS, I guess.
DRS straight is longer now.
100 meters further back than it was last year. Bottas is only 1.2 ahead of Sebastian Vettel now in the race lead, and Hamilton has come out about 10 seconds, about 8 seconds behind Hamilton, about Vettel now. So, again, it's a matter of, like, it looks like Merckx are going to at least 2 stop. That's Daniel Ricciardo pitting from P4 as well. He's probably going to come out still in 4th place because
So
he's
how
quite a
long,
way ahead.
how long does Bottas keep Vettel behind him?
Not long by the looks of it. Like, there's 8 steps between them. Vettel is a man on a mission.
Is this revenge for
Bottas is just
Sochi?
tanking.
From Russia with love.
Budum.
Yep, like Vettel is almost line astern with him now here. 7 steps between them coming through turn 10 and the final sector now. So, I don't know why they're still running Bottas this long. I don't know what they're going to gain from it, but...
I mean, what they do gain from it is he's never finishing behind Ricciardo and Raikkonen's already out, so they can do what they want and they can experiment.
Vettel 0.4 behind Bottas. Bottas doesn't have DRS. Bottas has got to get out of the way. There's a black car there, Stoffel Van Dorn, so Vettel can't get past Bottas on this one. Hamilton's only 7 seconds behind these two now. Vettel's got to clear him quickly here. You can see Vettel having to work harder on the steering wheel and the onboard camera behind Val now.
Is this deliberate, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it's deliberate.
I just thought I'd put that out there. Is there any chance this is intentional?
Oh, what do you think?
I mean, I had my suspicions.
You can see on the break, Vettel is so much faster under braking than Bottas is right now. It's just going to be a matter of when here. If he can line it up out of the last corner, Vettel will take him. Here comes Vettel now. He's a lot closer to Val this time. Val gets defensive. Vettel's got to go the long way around. Tries to switch back through turn 2. That doesn't work. Yeah, this is so annoying.
What lap are you guys on? 24?
Yeah, 24.
24, yeah.
I'm 23. I'm basically Jolyon Palmer at this point. I'm a lap behind already.
Yeah, the commentator said it, and I'm starting to agree with it. It looks like Merckx may have called Ferrari's bluff on this one.
What,
Hamilton's only 4 seconds behind these two now. Bottas locks up through the hairpin through turn 10.
God damn it.
Still not enough.
Yay for Spain, overtaking opportunities, guys.
Go away, Val, for the love of Christ. Surely
I suddenly realised. King, are you on a stream or are you watching it on legit telly over there? Because
only Ferrari had a number 2
I'm
driver
on
to
legit
block
television, but I'm still behind Ray.
Oh, I was like, can I? If it was a stream, can I use yours? Because I want Lee Diffie on my speakers.
So yeah, nice double weave there. Nice double weave. Well done, mate.
So those 2 laps cost him about 4 seconds, Vettel.
Yeah.
That was a Ricciardo-esque double weave.
Where's 1? There's 2. It's like, fuck off, Val. Seriously. What the hell?
Well, Verstappen's DNF, so someone had to drive like a cock this race.
Like, it got to the point where Vettel had to put had to put 2 wheels on the grass to pass him.
Man, I'm only now at the hairpin locker.
To be fair, Bottas only made 1 move. The second move was so he could make the corner.
Bullshit! He was not making that. You see where that car was parked? There's no way he makes the apex for that corner.
King, it's not Rosberg driving that car anymore. You don't have to go in the back for him.
King, lay off your mans. Stand down.
Oh my God, the kid that was crying is celebrating. Oh, I'm happy again.
How the tables have turned.
And now Hamilton is going to pass Valtteri Bottas.
Whoa! Sorry, I've only just got to the mode for the lead. Jesus! How much bobbing and weaving do you want from that? It's like a fucking boxing match.
Let's see how difficult Bottas makes it for Lewis.
Gee, it was like, like flipping wacky races up here.
Bollocks. Double bollocks. It's
bollocks.
not good when known ham caper and friend of the show and Patreon backer Miles Pardo tweets says, I need more faith in my team, apparently. I don't know, my man. I don't know, okay? Just push like hell, Sebastian. We need as big a gap as we possibly can.
I mean, this is something at least that we are coming up on halfway in the race, and the result is definitely still not in doubt. It is still in doubt.
Yeah.
It's something.
Has Bottas pitted yet?
No, Bottas is not pitted yet. They kept him out.
So Bottas is 1 stopping?
Yeah, pretty much. Unless he's like going to do 2 shorter stints at the end, he has to 1 stop.
He is roadblock.
Yeah, they kept him out to slow down Vettel.
They sacrificed Bottas for the greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good of a Lewis Hamilton victory.
What's the gap between Ricciardo and Bottas at the moment? Does anyone have it?
Oh, yeah, no weaving there, Bottas. Yeah, no weaving there.
Bottas in the pits now. Bottas pits. For a second, tyres.
I hate his man.
40 laps is possible on these with the track rubbered in, I say.
Yeah.
Okay, Vettel, change of plans. 2-stop race. We're going to pit in about 5 laps time. We're going to run it to the end, and we're going to force Hamilton to run it to the end. That's what they've got to do now. That's the only way Vettel's going to win this race. He's got
Do you have any faith that will actually make that call, though?
Vettel has to make it to around lap, I'd say 32 at least, before he stops for mediums.
Number here, Sasha, because he's got to kind of like get the right numbers so he gets enough of an advantage to reel Hamilton in.
Well, I mean,
like Seb is going to have to pass Lewis to win this race.
Only if he's free stopping.
Is he free stopping though?
Unless you think Hamilton's going to the end on these.
I'm starting to think he is, Sasha.
That's a big push.
Wait, Hamilton one stopping on mediums now going to the end, or are we talking a two stop?
No, we're talking Hamilton's one stopping and it was lap 20 he came in or something.
No,
and he's on mediums.
He's sitting duck.
That's insane. I mean, I know I've been the one banging on about dirty air and how you can't pass at Spain.
Right,
but
what's the gap between Lewis?
It's insane, but isn't it the sort of thing that Mercedes would try?
It's the thing they have to try because the Ferrari's just quicker. The Ferrari's a quicker car just as is, so they have to try something.
True. I mean, I'm not used to Mercedes being
conservative. You know what, one stop is not going to be enough. Surely Hamilton's got to stop again. Surely.
So Hamilton's losing about half a second a lap to Vettel here.
The question is, how long can Vettel take those soft tyres?
I say it's between. It has to. Lap 35 is the latest he'll pit, I think.
Okay.
Did he pit lap 16 on the first one?
15, technically.
So if he pitted lap 15 and they were used, and he's on new softs now, he has to do at least another 50. I'd say 20. So lap 35 is where I'd say he's pitting.
Okay. So you're telling me, like, you're in the Seb camp with me, Sasha. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you for the win here? I'm thinking 5.
Two-thirds out of 1.
So
6 and 2/3. That's a good number. Yeah. Kane, how about you? you haven't got a dog in this fight.
No, he's chilling with me this time.
Yeah, I think this is Vettel's race.
Oh my God!
You know that GIF? You know, with the woman looking around, there's all the maths equations going on. That's kind of me trying to follow y'all talking about strategy here.
Yeah, this is when we all like pretend we're all smart F1 pundits.
Except for me, I don't pretend. I was like, yo, Perez, I'm here.
Meanwhile, big Hamilton fan in the chat. Congratulations to Henry Chapman, Chelsea fan, by the way. Congrats on the league title and all that. Says, this is looking good. And I know he's a Hamilton supporter. Shut your damn mouth. Hi, Chapman. We have 20 people watching this race with us, even though we have David Croft on actual commentary. Thank you, everyone.
David Croft.
Thank you, everyone.
Is Ocon still behind Perez?
Yes. Yeah, Ocon is behind Perez.
Even after Perez had that terrible pit stop.
And Verline 7 last lap of the race on the medium tyre, 24.6.
Yes, Verline could get points. We're talking multiple points.
Have we not mentioned that Verline is 7th?
I was going to say, if Verline gets points at any race this season, he has done an unbelievable job.
He's done a worldie.
It's almost like it's actually really good.
Yeah, it's like he had a broken freaking neck, and now you're scoring points.
It's almost like he's a really good driver or something.
Yeah, it's almost like maybe resting to recover from his injuries was a good thing.
Last time round, despite having to go through traffic, he was a second faster than Hamilton.
I have a question. Why are Ocon and Verline both Mercedes drivers?
Yes, they're both Mercedes drivers.
Why did they choose to promote Ocon instead of Verline to the Force India? That's just
because they thought Ocon was more polished as a driver.
Well,
I disagree with Mercedes there.
Well, it's not like Ocon is doing a bad job right now. He's doing a brilliant job for Force India so far.
I'd say
I'll say he's been brilliant when he beats Perez once.
The original plan was for Ocon to go to Force India and for Pascal to stay at Manor,
which is not a very good indictment of your talents. One of you were going to move up to the team that was 4th in the constructors last year. The other one, no, you can stay at last.
Yeah.
Sash, you said lap 35, right?
Yep.
Well, we're coming up to we're 30 laps down. It's looking good. Vettel gap up to 6 seconds now. Valtteri Bottas is 22.3 behind in third.
No,
They're
there's no
telling Bottas
scenario.
to put his
Yeah,
There's no scenario where Vettel's going to be so far in front that he retains the lead after the stop, is there?
no, there isn't. He has to pass Hamilton on track if he's doing one more stop. But
Okay.
I think Vettel's guaranteed second at this point because he's easily past Bottas, whatever happens.
Bottas is what is he doing there at this point?
They're telling Bottas to put his foot down so he doesn't come out in front of him. Because it's 22.5 seconds between Vettel and Bottas right now.
I think, Vettel comes out ahead of Bottas, whatever happens.
Bottas is in the frigging Heikki Kovalainen role at this point.
You know what it is now, Sash? Vettel's now going to force Hamilton to go to the end.
Yeah, but that's what they're doing. Vettel has to, because it's 20-second stop, which means Vettel has to make a 20-second advantage over Hamilton on pure pace during the course of the race. If he's doing around a second a lap on these tires, I'd say go as long as he can while he's still gaining on Hamilton, basically.
Yeah, doesn't that make sense?
Exactly. Ferrari are only going to pit here when Vettel's not making time on Hamilton.
Which might be right about now, because the last 2 laps they were virtually dead level. Only 9 thousandths between them last time round. We might be at the crossover point, folks.
We've arrived at the cliff.
Come on, Vettel, drag this out as long as you can.
I know that Vettel was in traffic and Lewis is coming up to traffic, so I'd leave it a little longer.
Hamilton's got to deal with Marcus Ericsson and Carlos Sainz in front of him. Gap's up to 6.4, so Hamilton was still 4 tenths slower last time round. And now he's got to deal with traffic. He's got Ericsson and Sainz in front of him. That's actually Kvyat, sorry. Yeah, Ericsson and Kvyat in front of him. It's back markers. So who had Spain down as a one-stopper going into this weekend?
They mentioned that a few times in the preseason. They were like, some races might be one-stoppers.
So far, all of them have been one-stoppers, essentially.
Yay! Because that's just what F1 needed.
elongated Formula 2 feature races. Would that be overtaking?
Guys,
sprint races, but without the driver change.
You guys do realise Pascal Wehrlein still hasn't stopped yet, right?
Yeah, still.
I was going the distance.
No stops for Wehrlein.
No stops.
Wehrlein's just praying for the safety car whenever it happens.
Also, can we all just put our hands in prayer and say commiserations to Lewis Sotheby's whole city that have now been relegated from the Premier League?
No!
Oh, yeah.
Blocked Stephen Bowen earlier on Twitter.
Swansea
Lewis,
just
if you're watching, I'm so sorry, mate. Like, seriously, and I hope Marco still doesn't leave you. Yeah, so I hope Marco doesn't leave him because he's done a tremendous job with that whole City team in the short space of time.
I remember talking to Lewis like a few days before the season, and he said we've barely got a first 11. I'm like, okay, how
they
are you?
They had 13 healthy players to start the season.
Shit, how did they expect to survive?
I don't know how they even kept it up that long, to be honest with you, but yeah, Swansea are now safe in the Premier League.
Another shit owner story, like with Blackburn and with fucking Orient.
Yeah, Hull relegated, Swansea up. Brian Glenn in the chat asking, good morning, gents. Dre's, how's the narcotic? On overload right now.
Being injected into your veins. I'm predicting it's like that bit in Pulp Fiction where Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the chest with the adrenaline shot.
So, what's the odds on Alonso parking the car before this race is over?
High. Very high. 1 to 5. Oh, Hamilton getting held up by Ericsson there.
Catherine McConaughey has relevance.
He had to pass him into turn 7. That's not pretty.
That's not normally where you pass.
Nope.
That's every corner on the Spanish track, though.
Pretty much.
Corner. Turn 1, you might pass there. Turn 2, not normally a passing zone. Repeat for every other corner on the track.
Little bit longer, Seb. Little bit longer. Hang in there. Because Chapman's asking, I don't know what Ferrari are doing. They're forcing Hamilton to run to the end if they want to win the race. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So they're now calling Mercedes bluff that Ferrari already called.
What lap did Hamilton pit exactly? Do we know?
He pit on lap 20.
20.
Was it 20?
I'm pretty sure it was either 19 or 20. I think it was 20.
Vettel's already, if he puts on mediums, which he has to, he's already 14 laps younger.
Unless they pit Hamilton in roundabout now and put another set of soft tyres on him all! Massa runs Van Dorn off the road. Oh dear. Felipe Massa makes contact with Stoffel Van Dorn through turn 1. Van Dorn's beached the car in the gravel. It looks like Stoffel is out.
Is it a safety car possibility?
It's on the gravel through turn 1. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be able to keep going. It's just yellow flags through turns 1 and 2. They're running a replay right now. Massa dives down the inside, and to be fair, I think Stoffel turned in on him. In all fairness,
I've just seen it live, and it looked like Stoffel turned in on Massa.
Yeah, it looks like my apologies to Felipe on that one. It looks like Stoffel turned in on him. He did.
I mean, whenever the McLarens have a chance at ending their misery, they just do it.
Virtual safety car.
So virtual safety car means the gaps don't close, right?
Yeah, gaps stay the same.
Yeah, okay.
That's good for Lewis.
Verline stops now. Pascal Verline in the pits, as is Magnussen and Hulkenberg. And Hulkenberg comes out ahead of Pascal in the pits. Nicely done from the Renault team. 2.6 second stop on Hulkenberg's car. Very nice indeed. Thank you very much.
Whenever I see a McLaren, it's like whenever they get the opportunity to retire, it's like, I want the misery to end. Just
it's like fucking Dignitas right now with McLaren.
Yep. Well, wouldn't the common sense move be to stop Sebastian right now?
No. Well, stop it before the virtual safety car's finished. So I'd say, yeah, 1 or 2 laps and then done.
If the VSC goes on for this long, they've got to put Hamilton in the pits. Vettel's got to pit now, surely. He's not going to lose anywhere near as much time.
They have to. They'll do it as soon as the car's cleared, like during the safety car. So I would say, yeah, at the end of this lap or at the end of next lap.
Sasha, there's a crane on the track. They're not going to pull that off anytime soon. Crane lifting Van Dorn's car off of the turn 1 gravel trap.
Well, then you wait till the safety car's ended. You don't want to do 2 laps of useless running with the mediums and take out their peak performance.
Yeah, Van Dorn and Massa incident noted. I don't think they'll do anything about that because Van Dorn's out as a result of his own incompetence.
If Van Dorn gets a grid penalty for next race, he's going to go from 20th to 20th.
Am I the only one who thinks when they do grid penalties, they should actually have like imaginary extra grid slots? So you know, last year we had like the ridiculous like McLaren got like 160 place penalty.
McLaren would be lapped before the race began.
They basically start the race in turn 3.
Ready for a stop. Mercs are getting ready for a stop. They're boxing
out. Back in a sec, guys.
It could be a bluff again, to be fair.
No, it's a bluff. Hamilton's going past the pit lane. It's a bluff.
Unless they put Bottas on the softs, which they won't, because he won't do 30 laps on them.
Bottas, I think, is something like 45 seconds down the road off the leader now. There's no way that's going to happen. Well,
yeah, Verline at some point has stopped, and he's now in 10th.
He stopped during the VSC. He's now on track for points.
Wait, no, he's moving up somehow. He's 8th, unless timing and scoring is just fucked up again.
Yeah, Hulkenberg did pass Verline in the pits, by the way. That's something that happened.
Yeah. It was a beautiful stop from Renault. 2.6 second stop on Hulkenberg's car. Mm-hmm. It looks like, but by the rough math, if the timing is right, it looks like Vettel is 9 seconds ahead of Hamilton right now. It's roughly 22 for a pit stop. This could be interesting. Yo, Kendra, what's up? Hello. Your yours already. You broke your fidget spinner.
Well, Ryan super glue, but it didn't work with super glue in it either.
I'll see what I can do, but it's like you shouldn't really buy the cheap knockoff ones you get in the newsagents.
How was that?
Well, that is stupid sometimes, all right? I'm not denying that. I'll see what I can do, Kendra, okay? I'll see what I can do. I can't promise you anything. Mum's not even keen on you having them in the first place. So that's me being an older brother there for a minute. Sorry about that. Mercs are getting ready again here. Are they actually going to stop Hamilton this time? Virtual safety car ending.
Yeah, this is a terrible time to box, man.
Wait, why is Hamilton close from 9 seconds to 8 seconds in a 7.5 seconds in a virtual safety car?
Yeah, it's probably because of just
Virtual safety car ended. Hamilton puts the soft tyres on.
so Hamilton boxes at the end of the virtual safety car.
That's a weird one. Is that going to affect him, King?
Yeah, because Vettel has time to pull away.
Right, I have returned with Coke and cold pizza.
Does Hamilton
guys.
pitting there just throw the entire race to Ferrari?
Yeah, it does.
Well, here's the thing.
I think the original dummy wasn't meant to be a dummy. They wanted Hamilton to pit, and he just didn't.
So
Here's
what's
the
happened?
problem, though. He's going to be on the softer tyre, and Vettel's 24 seconds in front now.
So, Johnson, what you missed, the Mercedes crew went out into pit lane looking like they were going to box during the virtual safety car. Hamilton passes the pit lane and doesn't pit and pits the next time round. The problem is when he goes down pit entry, the virtual safety car ends.
Oh, dear. Have they done boo-boo?
Unless Hamilton basically is risking... Hamilton's only chance now is the undercut before Vettel pits here.
Vettel in!
Yeah, unless Hamilton undercuts him, Vettel's won this.
Yeah, Vettel in, gap is 22 seconds.
This is going to be close, folks. About 22 seconds. Ferrari need a good stop here. It is a pretty good stop.
We got 22 seconds to go.
There's traffic. Vettel's going to come out in front. I think it's going to be close.
Yeah,
Hamilton's up to speed. Vettel coming down the front straight now. It's going to be oh so close. They're going to be side by side through turn one. Vettel, he's not going to give this up easily.
That's close enough. You can let Hamilton by at this point.
Vettel comes out in front.
Is Vettel in front?
Well, lads, we wanted the Vettel versus Hamilton showdown. Here you go. Get the fuck in. Let's go.
So Vettel's on Vettel's on a harder compound, though.
Sasha, if he can hold Hamilton off, he's won this Grand Prix.
So
yeah, because
the facts I know is the medium tyre is half a second a lap slower than the soft. Also, I know that Vettel could have outperformed Hamilton in qualifying by half a second, so they should be equal on pace.
Yeah, they should be equal.
Hamilton's softs will deg sooner, and he'll be in dirty air. This is basically Vettel keeping his bottle for the rest.
Yes.
Yeah. Vettel's just got to survive the onslaught.
So basically, this is 2012, except Vettel is Maldonado.
Hamilton can't keep up. Hamilton's 0.7 over the line behind now.
Dirty air, man.
He's not close enough.
It's a killer.
Or is it? Wait a minute. Here comes Hamilton. Around the outside, maybe. No. Hold them off, Seb. Hold them off.
With every lap, it'll likely get easier, won't it? For Vettel to
with every lap, this gets easier for Vettel.
Yeah. Come on, Sebby, baby. Bring it home. I ain't got a dog in the fight, man. I'd much rather see Vettel win than Hamilton, so.
Oh, there was that. They banged wheels. They banged wheels on turn one.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think Vettel did have the right to the corner, but Jesus, that's close. So, do you guys think? Do you think they're going to be friendly after the race now?
I've been noticing you change your start procedure.
And the Vettel fan, the Ferrari fans go wild in the ground. Bottas is out.
Huh?
Oh, that is big for the constructors.
Oh my word!
Is Ricciardo going to get a podium?
Ricciardo's going to be on the podium for Red Bull.
Does that mean Perez is fourth?
Yes, Perez is fourth.
Yes!
Turn 5.
Perez, for boys! I'm basically living through you guys now because my stream's died.
Vettel Mania is running wild, brothers.
Vettel Mania is running wild, brother.
What you gonna do, brother? Hey, Mercedes, don't get worked into a shoot, brother.
I was also saw to RJ O'Connell live shot of Harrison 101. It's the Raikkonen kids celebrating.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm living this race with you guys now. My stream's died, and even the radio was like 30 seconds behind, so I'm rolling with you guys now.
8/10 of a second. There's going to be no virtual safety car or anything like that. Bottas's car has been cleared off the road. So it's now...
Do you think that's what Bottas doing?
Hamilton's out of DRS range.
Barring miracles, Verline is driver of the day here.
Yeah, Verline is driver of the day.
Where is Verline?
A 7th now.
Yes!
Fun fact, there is only 8 men on the same racing lap, and it's about to be 7.
Competitiveness. Closer competition
Fun
in
fact,
F1.
Palmer is absolutely dreadful.
Yes.
That's not even a fun fact, that's just true.
So, what's the updated odds on Alonso finishing the race?
0. 1 to 100.
Literally naught. I'm just like, literally, my friend Lewis just texted me like, your boy's 4th. I'm like, I know! This is the greatest day.
They've cleared the traffic. Vettel holds on.
Hang on, does this mean Hulk 6th?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Hulk is 6th.
Ocon 5th, Hulk 6th, and Verline, you are trying to be like challenging for new boy status. Seeing as Hulk's on boy probation. Until he explains.
Sasha, is it fair to say if we can survive the onslaught, we've got this?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said a moment ago. Like, it's only going to get easier from here, surely, because the best time for Hamilton to pass will be now. He'll be closer.
Yeah, as I said, with each lap, these soft tyres get more worn and more worn.
And the dirty air will kill them quicker.
Bottas's engine just blew up.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Please happen to Hamilton's engine as well. Please. Please.
No, I like a tight title battle. I like it.
No, I don't care about that. I just want Perez on the podium.
Guys, you're witnessing 2 of the 8 best drivers in history, pretty much line astern, fighting for a Grand Prix win. Shut the fuck up and let's enjoy this.
Well, I mean, I'm not watching it, so I'm living it through you guys.
Ricciardo did the fastest lap on a pet of mediums.
Vettel defending. He's doing a good job. It looks like Hamilton just doesn't have the engine power to do it now. That upgraded Ferrari engine is doing the Lord's work right about now.
That's the thing. This time last year, the Mercs would have already killed them in a straight line. That would have been it. Twitter. Oh, excuse me.
Just got to survive the onslaught. Come on, Vettel, hang in there. Do not put an inch out of turn. It looks like they're coming up to the back of another lapped car. I think it's Nico Hulkenberg.
Okay, guys, I have the speed traps from qualifying. Vettel was the fastest car in a straight line in qualifying.
Yeah. Hamilton set a personal best lap of the race last time round. 24.9 from Hamilton, which is amazing because Daniel Ricciardo's going a second lap faster than these 2 right now.
Yeah, with a harder compound, Vettel can actually push harder in the corners than Lewis can.
That's true.
Just gotta hang in there. Vettel will get DRS this time around because he's coming up to the back, I think, of Hulkenberg's car.
Yeah, so he's safe this lap.
There'll only be 5 men on the same racing lap next time over the line.
Closer competition, guys.
How many cars can the big 2 lap?
Like I said, this has been a glorified time trial between these 2 all the way through.
The gulfing class between these 2 and everyone else on circuit is...
That's why
You are witnessing 2 of the fastest men ever to grace Formula 1, and they're carving everybody.
Do you know what's funny, though? I love how people are like, oh, well, modern F1's still way more competitive than 30 years ago, where you'd only have, like, 2 guys finish on the lead lap. I'm like...
I was just
have you not seen a modern race?
This is pure Schumacher Hakkinen.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Right down to the silver car as well.
Mm.
That's not a mistake. For all the shit we give him, Lewis Hamilton is one incredible fucking driver. Let's not
he's really good, yeah. That's why it's like Max Verstappen. He's really fucking good. That's why I
Yeah, and that pole position he got was only puts him one behind his hero Ayrton Senna. It was his 64th pole position of his career. He's only, I think, 5 off the all-time record set by Michael Schumacher now.
This is so much nicer than having 2 Mercedes. I know it shouldn't matter, but having 2 teams battle for the first 2 is so much nicer.
Because you know there's a possibility that there could be 4 of them.
Yeah, and there's less thing of
Hamilton through into turn 1.
Yep, got him this time.
Well, this just got exciting.
This just got exciting.
As if it wasn't already.
Well,
Dre's face. Is that Dre's phone now blowing up? People tweeting it.
Damn it!
Now I see if Vettel keep up.
Yeah, he's already a second and 0.2 down.
On the radio, I'm done. Hell of an effort, Seb. Hell of an effort. Damn it!
We're still only 2/3 of the way through. We still got 22 laps to go.
No investigation necessary for Hamilton and Vettel coming out of the pit lane. I'm glad the stewards left that one alone.
Didn't sound like there was any need to.
No. Well, that's the thing now. Like, Vettel's just got to stay with him. Like, again, it's a matter of Hamilton's now got to go another 22 laps on these tyres.
Yeah, because he can't pit again, because that's game over right away.
So, when did Hamilton pit? When was the end of the virtual safety car?
37, I want to say?
Yeah, 37.
So he has to do 30 laps on the softs, which is probably possible.
Well, if Pascal Wehrlein could do it.
No, it wasn't Wehrlein on mediums in the first stint.
I think it might have been mediums, actually.
You know what's funny about that as well?
What?
That part for Hamilton was on lap 44.
Of course it was.
There's it all, done it.
Not much Seb can do about that.
No, did all he could.
Probably just, I didn't see the run off the last corner.
Yeah, on lap 44, Lewis was 2.2 seconds faster than Vettel.
Oh!
You know what? The only hope, like it might be a matter of, does Vettel have another set of soft tyres left?
He probably does, but there's no point in Vettel pitting again.
Yeah, Vettel has to run to the end if he wants to win.
Hamilton's already saying the rears are already overheating. And last time round, they were virtually identical in lap time. Only 600 between Hamilton and Vettel last time round.
But that's because Hamilton he's made the gap. He doesn't have to push anymore. But Hamilton could go further if he wanted to at this point. This is now Hamilton in keep the tyres safe mode for the rest of the race.
That's going to be hard if he's already talking about him overheating.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you know what? Vettel's going to keep the pressure on him now. Wehrlein now in 7th place, still holding off Carlos Sainz, Kevin Magnussen, and Daniel Kvyat in the fight for the minor points. All of them are up big time on where they started.
Wehrlein, you are auditioning for a new boy slot here.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Vettel is now absolutely keeping up with Hamilton here.
Roll.
That's all he has to do. Vettel just has to keep up and just hope for the best with Lewis's tyres.
Yep. Because all Vettel has to do is just stay on the edge. So stay on the edge of where dirty air doesn't affect him.
Yep.
And just wait until he knows he can make the move.
He's going to have to force Hamilton to go all out to win this Grand Prix.
That's the thing. Does Vettel push Hamilton into his tyres going, or does he wait for the tyres to go and just let Lewis run them?
Yes.
I'd say Vettel has to push Lewis.
Yeah, has to.
He
He's
can't take
pushing
the
him. The
chance.
gap's only 1 point. The gap's 1.1 seconds right now between the two of them. Oh no! 5-second time penalty for Pascal Wehrlein.
No!
Stay
Fuck
to the
you,
right.
F1.
Entry bollard. He missed
Yeah,
the
failure to stay right.
Which right now, 5 seconds would put him down to, I think, 10th place. I think he's still
Bullshit.
on for a point.
Devastated.
Bullshit. Apparently the gap second to third is 50 seconds.
It's like you can't really say that was a BS penalty because there's a
No,
ball
no,
and he did not go to the right of the ball.
No, that's a stonewall penalty, as they say in football.
A slam dunk of a penalty, that's what happened.
Gap back up to 1.6 between Seb and Hamilton here. Just hang in there, Seb. Hang in there. Also, it's worth pointing out Daniel Ricciardo is 51 seconds behind these two as we speak.
Oh my god.
Competition, lads.
So the Red Bull, when's that B-spec car going to be ready? Like I said, these two are 50 seconds ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. These two are unbelievable drivers.
That's with a safety car in between. So, but an average of about a second a lap, they're better.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And Bottas was the best part of a half minute before his engine conked out. Oh, these two are insane. They're in another league.
Vettel's keeping distance. He's not out of it.
So a shout out to the chat, all 25 of you still sticking with us here as we come down to the last 20 or so laps. Thank you for sticking around. It's been a very, very good Grand Prix, all things considered.
Spain doesn't usually do this.
No, this is freaky for Spain.
Yeah.
But we will take it. Again, it's all going to be a matter of how well can Hamilton nurse these tyres. We have 18 laps to go here on lap 49 of 66. Vettel's still within a couple of seconds of Hamilton here, so I have to wait and see how he gets. The gap's 1.8 over the line. Like I said, only 5 men on the same racing lap as we speak. Next up is Esteban Ocon. He's 1 minute and 22 off the lead. So Ocon will be coming up pretty soon, actually.
About 1 or 2 laps. Yep.
So, yeah, by the looks of it, I think these two could lap everybody up to third.
Damn.
Which is just from these.
How strange is it that this season is, if anything, less competitive than last, and yet it's better?
Because we just happen to have like one team catch up and then everyone else is fall the fuck.
Imagine if Ferrari hadn't made the gains this year. How terrible would this season be?
Oh yeah, it would have been a Hamilton cakewalk to the title.
Oh, well, because Bottas wasn't.
We were all fearing going into it.
I did find it funny how they were like, "Oh no, it's going to make everything really competitive again." I'm like, no. The theory is that if you focus on aero regs or engines, it's harder for teams to be competitive. Like that's what I think. It's mostly aero. I think.
Yeah, because like with an engine, like there are only a couple of manufacturers. With aero, everyone has to make their own car.
Yeah. And seeing as customer cars aren't going to be a thing anytime soon.
Has just been lapped. Esteban Ocon has been lapped. There are only 4 men on the same racing lap as these two.
So in theory, Ricardo could actually get lapped by the end of this.
I don't think it'll be that bad, but I think it's going to be everybody up to Perez in 4th. Stonking good effort from the Force Indians, by the way. 4th and 5th is just a tremendous result for Force India.
Team boys.
They at it again. Force India always in the right place at the right time. But yeah, Pascal Wehrlein, by the way, as it stands, is going to drop out of the points with that time.
No!
Yeah.
God damn it.
By the looks of it, he would fall to 11th place behind Romain Grosjean. It's going to be close. It's going to be close, actually, because I could see Sainz is about 0.6 behind. Magnussen's 3 seconds back. Kvyat's 0.7, and then Grosjean's about 1.5. It's going to be pretty close, actually. Verline might sneak a point.
He deserves it.
Which would be a phenomenal job from Pascal in the grand scheme of things, but... Oh, that is a really nice story. Do you remember the Raikkonen fan earlier?
Yeah, he's smiling.
He's been invited into the Ferrari pit garage.
Oh.
That's lovely. Well done, Ferrari.
Teach us, kids. All you have to do if you want what you want is cry.
No. Teach us, kids. All you need to do is become a social media phenomenon.
There he is. There's the replay. He's in the garage right now. He's met Kimi Raikkonen. Oh, that's fantastic. That's well done, Ferrari. Well done. Class act, Ferrari.
This is a storyline I can get behind.
Yay! Well done, kid.
I will say, I mean, he's missing a good battle.
You know what? Ferrari, sod it. Pit for soft tyres. You're not winning this race as it stands. Sod it.
I mean, there's no point in pitting for soft tires either. Ricardo is not a threat to anyone.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just scare him a little bit.
Yeah. For my own entertainment. Being 30 seconds down the road ain't scaring no one. Right?
I mean, wait, okay. What lap times is Hamilton doing?
I don't know. Like I'm saying, I think it's more conceivable than you think, King.
If Hamilton's doing 120, is it 124s or 125s? I have to check.
I think they're doing 125s.
If Vettel comes in and he does 122s for, which is feasible with the fuel loads and the track rubbing in state. If he does 122s, that's 3 seconds a lap, and it's 30 seconds. It has to be 10 laps. If he comes in the next 1 or 2 laps, it's possible.
I'm telling you, King, they've got nothing to lose. They might as well do it. Does he have a set left?
I'm with Dre on this. I think within the 1 or 2 laps, if they pit for soft, it's possible. Because Hamilton's laps are going to go down and down and down. It's their only shot.
They've got nothing to lose. They might as well do it.
I agree. I completely agree with that.
But Ricciardo is 50 seconds away. He's not a threat per second. You might as well do it and force Hamilton to go a bit quicker if those soft tyres are going to make him faster. Turn it into a 13-lap time trial. Do it.
Breakfast already?
No.
I was going to make fried dumpling and kidney. Should I make it?
Yeah.
Hi, King's mum.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the advocate of Ryan King.
Like the woman behind the madness.
Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Vettel isn't that far behind.
What is the gap at the moment?
It's 2 seconds, but if Vettel pits,
it's 2 seconds.
A 24-second. If Vettel could easily be 3 seconds a lap quicker on softs, and that's 8 laps to catch. I'd say it's possible.
Mm.
Yeah,
like I said, if he's got a pair of new soft tyres left, do it. Like seriously, it's a no risk scenario. At worst, you finish in second anyway.
Exactly.
Unless Ferrari are that confident, Hamilton will fade in the latter stages. We've got 13 to go.
If they're that confident, Hamilton's fading, then the soft tyre works anyway.
Yeah, and it gets him out of the dirty air, gets him into some clean track.
No, there is no clean air anymore. There's traffic everywhere.
Oh, fair.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, it's dirty. It's F1, so there's dirty air everywhere. There's dirty air in the grandstands.
There's dirty air in the
Dirty air here
grandstand.
on the street, just full of dirty air. It's hot. It's just getting no downfall.
There's dirty air on the beaches. There's dirty air in the streets. There'll be dirty air until the end.
Channel the power of your hero, Charles Leclerc. Box now. Forever hold that piece. Come on, Ferrari. Do something exciting for once in your goddamn lives, and take a gamble, for God's sake. And it's not even a gamble. It's a win-win. You've got nothing to lose here.
In McLaren news, Alonso's still laughing.
Oh, good for him. Gap now 2.2 between the leading two. Ricciardo's now 1 minute and 2 seconds behind. They could lap everybody but themselves at this rate.
Like I said earlier.
Well, I think they'd run out of laps. I don't think they're 2 seconds a lap quicker than Ricciardo. And Ricciardo's got to want fastest lap, because you know what Daniel Ricciardo's like.
So was that their second time lapping Alonso then? Yes, it was. Yeah. Okay, just check. Yeah, just checking. 2
laps down. He very sportingly gets out of the way. Well done, Fernando.
He's trying to unlap himself on Perez.
Yeah. Because that's just how Fernando Alonso is just trolling F1 at this point. Max in the pit lane talking to the media. Not much of a Grand Prix from him today.
Good.
No, it doesn't look like Ferrari are going to pit. They'd be in the pits already by now.
Yeah, they're going to ride this out to the end and hope for the best. Just tell Seb to crank it up a bit. Why the hell not, right? Pascal Wehrlein, though, still keeping Carlos Sainz back in 7th place. A phenomenal drive from Pascal today.
Yes.
On the one-stop strategy, the pitting under the virtual safety car, he's made it work beautifully. Well done to Sauber. Is that Ruth Buxcombe still in there, still the strategy team for Sauber?
I think so. He's a genius.
That woman's pulled another blinder. By the looks of it, it looks like it could get Sauber's first point of the year. And they're looking. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the timings out here, but I think Pascal's on for 10th, even after the penalty, which would match his career high finish of 10th place which he had in Austria last year from Manor. Also, shout out to Nico Hulkenberg running P6 right now. That's another fantastic result for Nico.
Compared to what? P18 for Palmer? 17?
16. He's the last of all runners on track.
You're so shit. Oh, dear.
What can I tell you?
Bad. So bad.
I love the RJ tweets. Again, when you think Force India have hit their peak and they're going to fall off, all of a sudden they keep climbing that higher. And then Henry did a tweets response. Chatman giving no fucks.
The Toro Rossos have been very impressive because they have almost no updates here in comparison to other teams. So 8th and 10th is very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. Gap between Hamilton and Vettel now 3.9. I think Ferrari's thrown in the towel on this one. Apparently Fernando's in the pits again. Look, I can't complain over 2nd place. This has been it was a phenomenal drive from Seb, and there was nothing we could have done about that one. I don't think there was any major baffling strategy call either. It's what we had to do, and that Mercs is still a weapon of mass destruction, unfortunately. It's like we're not quite there yet, Sash. You know what I mean?
I think Ferrari messed up with the early pit stop.
Yeah, I know. I think so. I think this should have been Ferraris to win, to be honest.
Yeah. They had the pace.
Ferrari's problem still seems to be indecision. They still don't seem to be very good at reacting on the fly to things.
I think Ferrari prefer to be the hunter rather than the hunted.
True.
And one thing I will say is the reason I'm probably disappointed is Vettel rarely loses it when he's in front. He's the master of controlling races.
Yeah. Yes, Connors, thank you. Sorry, she just voted for Sergio Perez as driver of the day. Thank you. Although I'd probably go Verline, actually.
No, I'm going Pascal Verline.
Yeah. And I'm the Perez stan.
Oh god, my TV's about to turn off. Not the auto power off. Where's the TV remote? There we go.
Can I just say,
your TV thinks Vettel's out of it.
Can I just say, I overheard Lee Diffie giving the shout out to Almirola. That's classy.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
I heard about what happened.
Oh my god, that crash was horrific.
I have not seen the crash itself. I just saw a photo of his car like in flames flying through the air. I'm like, fuck. That's like something you see from like the 60s. You know, you see like Grand Prix crashes from the 60s. And you're like, he's like in the middle of all that debris.
Because he hit a solid car. There was like, I forgot, Danica and Logano was in a two-car collision, and they were almost stopped. And I think Almirola committed to taking the high line to avoid it, and just ran straight into them.
Oh no! So it's like a Billy Munger thing. Fuck.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Jesus.
And he must have still been doing like over 100 at that point, surely.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I feel sick thinking about that. What's his situation at the moment? Is he at least like stable?
Oh yeah, he's awake and alert. Like they
good.
just took him to the hospital to like keep him overnight for observation.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was like really badly injured or anything.
Massa killed his car, and he's still going to finish ahead of Stroll.
And Palmer.
Was seven laps to go? Does Alonso finish or not?
It's come down to it again. The only exciting thing at the end of an F1 race. Even in Russia, it was like, why are we getting excited? He's not going to pass. Well, I mean, I guess this race is better than Russia.
Yeah, it was.
I think that kind of goes without saying, Johnson.
It's really
it
hard.
Was exciting until about lap 50.
It's really hard to be less exciting than a race where there was one overtake the entire race.
It was a 2 out of 10 race, was to be fair, an 8 out of 10 finish.
Yeah.
I think that's F1's biggest problem. Finishes. No, like even the good races rarely ever end well.
Yeah. You normally have to get an exceptional combination of circumstances.
Just want to throw this out there. Vettel took 8/7 out of Hamilton last time round. Oh no, Felipe Massa, get out of the.
Travis is like, no, wait, I'm going to let myself have hope again. No, oh, damn it.
Was that Felipe?
It was either Massa or Stroll. Actually,
it was Felipe.
It's Felipe.
Oh yeah, Stroll's ahead of Massa. Yeah.
What is it with Felipe and flags? Oh dear.
Super kick Felipe Massa. Repeatedly. In the dick.
I mean, if you're gonna pull over, do it on the straightaway. Don't do it in the corner.
Yeah, that's a Botas move.
Lost a second and a half on that last sector because to Felipe Massa. What a twat. This is why you should have stayed retired, you prick. There's Felipe on the radio. Why does it have to be Massa all the time? Felipe, we need to talk. And when a black person says there's going to be an arse whipping.
Chris Cooks has made the point that people that used to be in Ferraris not long ago are now 14th and 15th. Time is cruel.
Time is cruel.
Williams have stunk it up here, though, since like 2012 and Pastor won round here. Traditionally, this is not a Williams circuit.
No, not at all. Even when they were vaguely good, like 2014 era. Well, at least I got Blanc Pound after this, which is on YouTube for free, which is nice, given that F1's on Sky. And now, thanks to motorsport.com being massive knobheads and taking over Motors TV and taking it off Freeview, that's now on fucking Sky. So I can't watch World Rallycross either. Because, yeah, monopolies. Yeah, sport on pay TV. That's what we need more of in motorsport.
But yeah, we should definitely watch Vlogfan in the chat because it's only an hour long.
No, this one's the 3-hour race.
Oh, so it's the endurance series? God,
yeah, no, the sprint was last week. I was there at Brands. They had the 2 1-hour races. It's weird, like Brands Hatch for fast GT racing is it's like Spain for F1. It's not very good for overtaking, but it's such a blast seeing the cars go so fast around there. And any overtakes they do manage to make are quite epic. But the Blanc Pound should be fun because it's 3 hours. There's about 60 cars in the field. You got a nice mix of...
Where's Alonso gotten this pace from? He's gone from 15th to 13th over the course of 2 laps.
He's probably just gone, fuck it, my engine's about to blow up. He's just probably thought, fuck it, my engine's probably about to blow anyway.
Yeah, his engineers probably let him go to full power so he wouldn't park.
He'll probably get done after the race for exceeding the fuel flow limit by miles. He's just stood there after the race in the interview paddock, be like, Fernando, you've been disqualified for exceeding the fuel flow limit by over twice as much. Yeah, and it was fun. How are you looking forward to Indy? A lot.
So yeah, as they run, Vettel is ahead by 6 points in the drivers.
I'll take it.
And isn't it Monaco? God, it's Monaco next, isn't it?
Yes, Monaco next.
Monaco should be a Ferrari circuit, or I will say that.
It should be
because we do have to take into account
that race. It's as simple as that.
Take into account that around a tight circuit, the Mercedes is the length of 2 limos.
I'm just thinking as well, that day, the Indy 500, when does the Indy 500 normally start our time? It's about 5 or 6, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, 5 o'clock. It starts noon.
So I'm basically going to be streaming that from somewhere in Camden. Because I'm at a 3-day Progress Wrestling tournament that weekend. So on the Sunday, I'm like, I'll just have my phone there while I'm like, one eye on the ring and the other on my phone. Do you know I haven't actually got around to watching a single IndyCar race this year?
Really?
Yeah, no, and it's not because I'm like, it's not like NASCAR where I'm like, no, I'm not watching it. Honestly, I'm not watching. It's like I've wanted to, but they've just kept falling at weird times.
But again,
you just have an unhealthy obsession with British wrestling now, Johnson.
Yeah, because you can even watch. You can watch all the races after the fact on YouTube.
Yeah. No, I am going to start doing that. Whatever's on YouTube now. Like I might do a thing
so far this season, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I want to watch Long Beach just for watching Hinch win.
Always helps.
Yeah. When Barber wasn't actually that much to write home about, I'm like, oh, that's normally where everything goes nuts. Oh no, tell a lie. I did watch the final 25 of St. Pete.
Okay.
I did watch that, and that was pretty fun. That was okay. I guess yesterday wasn't much to chat about. Although it's so weird because apparently on Twitter, Connors was tweeting about how it was really good, and then people were watching on telly like, no, it's boring. So was it just the cameras kept missing the good stuff?
Guys, there was never a race on. Lewis Hamilton just set the fastest lap of the race on soft tyres that are 29 laps old. What were we even getting ourselves into here?
Shut the screen down now. We're out.
We're out. Fire up the block button.
F1 crushing our hopes and keeping our hopes up for 2 hours and then crushing them in the final half hour since 1951. It's the hope that gets you.
It's the hope that gets you.
Yeah. Like I say, like, at least the wild thing is the block band's going to have, I think it's like 58 entries. And because it's GT3
I think the last Blancpain race I watched was the Monza race, and oh my god, that stuff.
Oh, I heard about the start pile up there. Go on.
Kevin Magnussen out of the points. Kevin Magnussen's going to, I think he's got a car, I think he's got a puncher. Yeah, Magnussen in the pits from 8th place.
So does this help Verline?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it helps Verline.
But that will guarantee Pascal Verline points.
Yes. I'm sorry, Mag.
And it'll guarantee Alonso at least 12th.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's what happened. He actually banged into Kvyat on 2 separate occasions. Well, I don't know what Magnussen was doing there. Right, that's round turn 4 as well.
Good question. How many laps to go?
3 laps to go?
Oh, good.
Oh, no, this is the last lap. My bad.
Okay, good. Also, I don't know, was IndyCar the first you can tell the race is over because we're on the final lap and I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
Was IndyCar the first series to have number indicators for positions on the car?
On the car? No.
Because I know GT racing for years and like sports car racing, they had the lights. You had 1, 2, 3 lights.
Oh, the leader lights? Yeah, if you discount the leader lights, yeah, IndyCar's the first.
Yeah, they're the ones that actually had an LED. Because Blancpain and GT3 cars have that now, and it was really useful at Brands Hatch. Like when I was on the back part of the circuit and there was no commentary.
Lewis Hamilton wins.
Okay.
Wins.
I'm just totally sandbagging it.
Now we've got to wait for over a minute for Daniel Ricciardo to come round and finish in 3rd.
Did Perez finish on the lead lap?
No.
This is full like 2003 levels now. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Sebastian Vettel's had a shot of winning all 5 of these races so far this season. God damn.
Yeah, which in the grand scheme of things is a really, really good thing.
It's also not if the team have managed to goof him out of those wins. Because in the past 2 years, they have been super precious. If we've learned anything from the hybrid...
Force India.
Yeah!
Sergio Perez. Fantastic result for Force India. Fernando Alonso carries the Spanish flag on his car for finishing in 12th. And I think, post-penalty, Pascal Verline's going to finish in 10th.
Yes!
A point for Pascal. And there's Ricciardo only now finishing the race in 3rd. Everybody else has already crossed the line because their races were technically over because they were a lap down.
Fucking hell. Wowza.
So,
yeah, now we're going to switch. Now I'm going to switch over to a Blancpain race where there's like 58 entries, and because GT racing fully embraces balance of performance, they're like all going to be within.
And now we have to. Now we play the waiting game. How far does Verline finish ahead of 10th?
Oh, it's still not confirmed.
Yeah,
yet.
that's
still not confirmed.
That's it. Okay. Then Kvyat had to push hard to close the gap in, but Esteban Ocon in only, I think, his 12th F1 race with a top 5 finish. Insane.
Hey, welcome to Team Boys.
Verline finishes 8th. 4 points for Pascal Verline.
8th.
Woo! Well in,
Only
Pascal.
got 1 place behind Carlos Sainz. Kvyat and Grosjean were too far back. Kvyat 9th. Grosjean gets a point for Haas.
Ina Sauber. Welcome to Team Boys, Pascal Verline. Seeing as Hulk is on probation, Verline is in for now.
Damn you, Lewis Hamilton. God damn you. Ah, why are you so goddamn good? Oh, so close again. Just, this is getting infuriating, King.
Can somebody record this for the intro of the next podcast?
Duly noted. I'll send it.
Are we really doing art at every race? Is this a thing now?
Gotta make F1 attractive.
Doing what?
Yeah, they're doing it in the warm-up room. They have a caricature of all the past winners, and they're drawing in Lewis Hamilton now.
Oh, mate, that's a little bit like, and I don't mind this, and it's different because it's at the start. When they have an IWGP World Championship match in New Japan Pro Wrestling, they have a montage on the screen of all the previous champions.
Yeah,
and then it's coming up, and then
how little I would pay for that art.
I'd pay $1.
I offer you 50 pence and a slice of pizza.
I'd pay them in buttons. Well, I'm gonna head out. I have to go back to revision.
All right, Sasha.
This was all right. At least he only finished second. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, still has a championship.
That was all right.
We're still in the lead of the championship.
5 straight races, first or second. I can't complain.
Exactly.
Can I just say as well, given I didn't even have an ability to watch the race for most of that, thank you guys for making that very fun. I didn't even have to watch the race for it to be fun.
Thank you, man.
It's good to be back.
One thing.
Lewis's career. Jesus.
Are these guys allowed 4 engines per year, right?
Yeah.
And Vettel's going to have to take at least 1.
Yeah, Vettel's going to get at least 1 penalty at some point.
So I assume they're taking that at Spa.
Yeah.
Because the teams usually take it at Spa or Monza, and God knows Ferrari are not taking a grid penalty at Monza.
Oh, no. There'd be death threats.
Yes.
No way.
I assume Spa and then...
I love that Daniel Ricciardo is coming out in Parc Ferme to nobody there because he was so far behind. Hamilton and Vettel have already gone upstairs.
Oh, dear.
Ooh, I would have said they'd take the other one at Abu Dhabi, but that's the last race, so they probably won't take it there either.
What are good tracks to take the penalties at? I guess ones where
tracks where it's easy to overtake, basically. So US is probably also likely.
Yeah.
Or Singapore, because Vettel could probably get away with it in Singapore.
Yeah.
Singapore's like just only 2 races after Belgium, though, so I don't know if it'd be that soon after. Is Baku easy to pass at?
No.
No.
Actually, no. Maybe on DRS because they got the ungodly long straight.
Okay, Ferrari probably, if it's 2 engines, they're going to take the one's definitely going to be at Spa. The other one I assume is either going to be USA or Mexico.
Oh, Mexico, yeah, with that long straight and some other bits of the track they can pass at.
I can't wait for Japan. Every year I can't wait for Japan. It's just my favorite race.
I'm the one. My favorite race every year is Singapore. I know no one agrees with me on that, but I really like Singapore.
I like Singapore.
I think it's because it's properly attritional. It's like Monaco, but with the teeth that Monaco kind of doesn't have so much anymore.
Yeah, back when Monaco was 100 laps, and you knew that like most of the field wasn't going to finish.
Singapore still has that kind of old school knockdown, like slugfest feel to it.
To be fair, you could make Monaco 100 laps long now, and they'd still do it on 1 set of tires.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, I'm off. See you.
Okay, see you, Sasha.
Good to have you.
See it.
Guys, we should do this again sometime. I've missed doing this thing.
Yeah, maybe if you could join us for
I feel like this is
Austria,
like accidentally hanging out
Canada.
If I feel like accidentally I've hung out with a group of friends where my ex is part of them. And it's like, oh, this is fun. We should do this again sometime. Would it be awkward? I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
That could be me.
Well, now that I'm basically like, now that I'm
Sebastian Vettel, driver of the day. Sebastian Vettel won driver of the day.
Wow, that's not even
okay.
I mean, are you agreeing with that, Dre?
Okay, Ferrari. No, I don't agree with that, but damn Ferrari fans.
I voted Pascal Wehrlein. I mean,
yeah, me too. I saw people voting for Perez as well.
Damn. Lewis looks like he looks like he's been through like 12 rounds of boxing. He is like laid back on the bench. Like you can see he's out of breath. He's trying to catch his breath.
Joy, in before the narrative of, oh, they're so hard to drive, purists. Which I don't doubt's true, but like whenever people in F1 try to turn things into narrative like that, we know it's just bad. I think that's maybe a thing I'd like from more sports broadcast. Well, F1 broadcasting. Let the fans use their brains.
The right Ferrari picture in the back now. That's really cute.
What?
The Raikkonen kids now celebrating with the Ferrari paddock down the bottom. That is phenomenal.
That's nice. For three men who have just dark, cold hearts.
Oh, they also drew Roscoe as well on the wall.
And my joy at life is gone again.
Your joy at life is gone.
And now, once again, the British national anthem.
Oh dear. Well, Eurovision. Well, we had to win something this weekend if it wasn't going to be Eurovision, because all of Europe had a lobotomy for one night.
No, all of Europe went deaf and voted a boring Portuguese love ballad as their #1 song.
Sung by the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Which is the weird thing. Like, I think it was somebody speculated to me after. They were like, "Oh, they mentioned after he won that he had like a rare heart condition or something." I'm like, "Oh no, they haven't done the X Factor sob story thing, have they?"
Gotta get them votes.
Hell yeah, man! Like it was the most. Like also, Dre was like, "Were you expecting legitimacy from the votes?" I was like, "Yeah, even for Eurovision standards, come on."
Also, apparently, like Vettel was told he was driver of the day, and even he looked surprised.
I don't blame him.
More by Sebastian Vettel. There is no
way, yeah, like Seb went from second to second and won driver of the day.
He's still more deserving of it than most of the times Max Verstappen's won it, though. Let's be honest. Didn't we do a thing on the podcast last year where it was like we worked out how many times Max Verstappen has actually deserved to win driver of the day?
Yes.
If he won it like 9 times last year, I can't remember how many it was. He only deserved it like twice.
Like they should do driver of the day just like how they do like man of the match or like player of the game here in the United States where the press pick.
Yeah, just the pundit. You know, yeah. Is it normally it depends on the sport, doesn't it? Sometimes it's the organizers or the main pundit on commentary.
Well, I know here for like the Major League Baseball All-Star game, all the All-Star games and like the championship finals, the press pick.
Okay. So it's like a press vote.
Yeah.
I got you. Right, block pan in 5 minutes. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Free on Nismo TV.
Huh?
Like I know Nismo TV on YouTube, they show all the block pan races. So
yes,
that's
good on them. I love them for doing that. I think Roman Sarazan's in one of the GTRs this weekend, which is cool because last weekend at Brands, he was in the GT4 European Cup that was supporting, and they were racing a 370Z. His co-driver, I think, was Charlie Fagg, who's a British GT racer. And in both races, he went. Sarazan basically drove the car from. I think in the first race it was like 28th on the grid to 7th, and then in the second race it was 18th to 3rd until they got like some sort of pit lane penalty. It was like because they're one of these series that operates the weird rule where you have to be in the pit stop for X amount of time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the minimum time.
Yeah, they got pinged for that. But it was he drove like an absolute. He was fucking on it. So. And you know I'm always going to pull for the GT Academy boys because they're basically gamer nerds.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you see my latest tweet, by the way, King?
No, let me go look it up.
It's my race review.
Damn it.
8 out of 10. Sometimes the chase is exciting.
Suck it, Twitter.
Deary me, Dre. But how much heat did I can't remember who it was? How much heat did that woman get? She tweeted that at the end of Russia.
A lot. I always thought it was an unfair amount of heat because I genuinely saw where Laura was coming from on that one.
I think it was worded really badly, and I think it didn't come off well. Like I sort of got.
And race car Twitter are a bunch of bullies sometimes.
Yeah, they can. They can get savage.
They can get territorial, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was, it was like, yeah, the argument's fair. Just trying to use it to defend that race in particular was bollocks. Because there is no defending that race.
Sarah Connors gave me the eye roll emoji. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Is that Lacey doing the podium interviews?
John and Lacey, yes.
No, Lewis, don't say that.
What?
The lady should stay up there with us. No,
Oh my
Lewis,
God.
Oh.
No, Lewis.
And now we know why we still don't like Lewis.
Who's happening?
So the team did an incredible job today to award an amazing. That's how racing should be. That's as close as it could be. Sebastian was incredibly close, incredibly fast. But
Oh man,
the team did a great job with the strategy. The start, I don't really know exactly what's gone wrong. I had to speak with my guys. Don't worry about that, man. No, it wasn't good enough. I know, but trust me, I thought I did. Tell me about the squeeze.
Also, apparently, according to F1 Twitter, it was very close for driver of the day. I wonder who the other person in contention was. Might be Sergio. I don't know.
I'm going with Vettel or Hamilton. As to who it was close with.
Under the Lacey, it was actually Pedro De La Rosa doing the podium interviews. Not a bad shout.
Also, I meant to ask, how did you guys get on to talking about Ontario Motor Speedway?
That was just King being King.
Yeah, because there was this whole talk about should F1 go back to Long Beach, and the only reason why F1 went to Long Beach is because Ontario didn't want to pay for Formula One.
Ah.
Like, I got Mitchell just even saying, "No, Lewis, don't fool the patriarchy."
What the? Something's happened at the start of the Blancpain race, guys. I think they've probably goofed the start because I think they're going around again.
Yeah, they're going around again.
I just tuned in and it said the 3-hour start clock was there, but there were cars literally all across the grid, like all out of position. Extra formation lap, yeah. I bet you they were all over the place on the formation lap. Also, shout out to the Emil Frey Jaguar, running, I think, about a 5-year-old Jaguar XK model. Still in the same livery, just a one-car team. Have you got the stream on as well, King?
Yeah, I got the stream on.
Yeah. I can just vaguely hear John Watson in the background of your stream ranting. Well, okay, that's narrow. That's narrow. They're way back at the... Very congested. They just didn't throw the green.
Yeah, they just didn't throw it.
Whoa. Blimey, look at this.
Yeah, because they were basically...
Oh, that could...
It would have been a massive pileup if they threw the green.
That could have been really messy. Because there's a bunch of guys right at the back who are waiting to go, and they go, but they can't see they can't see that there's been no green flag. That was nearly wild.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, is Nismo TV on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Right,
I tweeted the link out.
Okay, I might actually fire it up for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
it's all right. Like I say, GT3 racing is generally good fun.
Yeah, it's always extremely close.
Yeah, because they buy in. That's why I've spitballed a few times with whether F1 would ever be cool with the idea of balanced performance. I doubt it.
I mean, they really should. Like, I wouldn't say they should aim to make it as close as GT3, but they should at least try to have like some sort of range that they want to keep the cars in.
Yeah, I'd say so. And I think the way they do it in GT3 generally makes sense. I like the fact that in GT3 racing, they still keep the unique characteristics of each car.
Yeah.
So like, certain cars are generally better at certain tracks. I like the fact that doesn't go away. They don't totally homogenize them, you know? I'm a Bentley, boys.
Well done, Pedro. Good job on that podium. Also, nice blazer and jeans combination. He's got the Dre aesthetic down. Must be a Spanish thing to be exceedingly well dressed.
Okay, take 2.
5 career wins for Lewis. That's terrifying.
That looks better. Looks better so far. Well, they started counting the race time.
So yeah, next time we do this, the day of classics. Monaco in the morning.
We're off this time.
500.
Ooh. That's the 88 car. I think it's got Felix Sorales and Danny Juncadella in it. The 88 car running second at the moment. Oh, gee.
Yeah, looks like someone's gone off.
Oh, whoa! And that's coming back onto the track. Looks like he's stayed off. Oh, he stayed off the track.
That's rejoined safely. Yeah.
Yeah, you just saw it going off, and you saw the track going back that way, and you're like, oh no. King, do you know if Van Gisbergen's in the Endurance Series this year?
I'm not sure if he's doing every round.
Yeah, because he was in last year. He was part of the overall Blancpain champions, I think. And I think last year he was either in the I think he was part of the McLaren team last year.
Yeah, I've actually got the stream one now. That's a lot of cars. I know the homie Chris Harris is racing in this one today as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's in one of the McLarens.
Go Harris! Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Our Top Gear adopted son, and I will talk about the series probably on next episode. But I said it before, one of the best series of Top Gear ever put together. Like
Chris Harris is in. I know he's in the 188 McLaren.
Yeah, so no doubt. Like I mentioned it before, phenomenal series of Top Gear this year. Absolutely phenomenal from top to bottom.
It was about as good a series as they could have done under the new lineup.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think anyone thought it had any right to be. Yeah, Sorrell's second at the moment. RJ's boy.
No kidding. Right, shall we wrap this up?
Yes.
So everybody can watch the GT races and whatnot. Thanks to everybody that stuck around and watched. All 16 that's still with us at 3 o'clock. Well done. Thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. Obviously, check out the Most One podcast. Obviously, we'll have a new episode out later this week. We'll be talking about that and most likely IndyCar as well from the Grand Prix of Indy, which had some of the worst production values ever seen for an IndyCar race, according to who you ask.
Welcome to ABC, the worldwide leader in sports.
ABC, everybody. ABC. Always be crappy with production. But, yeah, so obviously we're talking about that as Will Power completely dominated the Grand Prix of Indianapolis as well. We'll be talking about that and probably a bunch of other stuff we always do on this show. And, hey, maybe even RJ O'Connell will come back. Who knows?
Me?
No, Johnson. We know what you're like. We've probably got another Let's Play to record.
But it's still that point. It's like, no, steady on. You've done one stream. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, it's like It's like, let's be real here. It's like you've been gone for the best part of 6 months already, and it's like one step at a time, Johnson. Captain Armbar Arcade over here.
Hey, you don't know that surprise return could be right around the corner.
Oh man, imagine that.
I'll believe that one when I see it. In the meantime, as well, obviously, as well, Bike Live later this week, we'll be talking all about World Superbikes at Imola as Chaz Davies took a fantastic double victory ahead of Jonathan Ray's 2 second places and State of the Championship, which, by the way, that Jonathan Ray still leads, I think, by 70 odd points. It's looking good for the Ulsterman. So yeah, more of that as well. It's going to be a fun week. And yeah, for Hangouts, if I'm not back next weekend, we will definitely be back for the Motorsport 101 Day of Classics 2, the Monaco Grand Prix, and of course the Indy 500. Can't wait for that. So until then. So yeah, look forward to that one. Until then, I've been Andre Harrison. He's been Ryan King, and for the first time in a while, he's been Adam Johnson. Thanks as well as to Sasha for joining us as well. Much appreciated. And until next time, catch you guys next time. Sayonara.
Bye.
Yeah.